Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Heroes Park in Bozeman, Montana for the 2020 Missoula Mavericks AA Memorial Day Tournament, as we have the third of 4 games ready to go. It is the Great Falls Chargers and the Belgrade Bandits ready to take the field. As we get set to go, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for today's matchup. For the Great Falls Chargers, leading off, it's Keaton Clark, the catcher. Derek Spring will hold down second base and bat second. Batting third is Cale Richards. He's the designated hitter. Center fielder Andrew Paradise will bat fourth. Batting fifth is Tyler Marr, the third baseman. Batting sixth is the right fielder Josie Hinderegger. Number 8, batting 7th, is Cam McNamee. He's the first baseman. The left fielder, Nate Redenbaugh, will bat 8th. And rounding out the order is the shortstop, Nate Fowler. It'll be Cody Richards on the bump. Or wait, no, Hunter Houck on the bump for the Chargers. Sorry. Eyes are cross-eyed for a moment there. For the Belgrade Bandits, it'll be the shortstop, number 12, Cole Thomas, to lead things off. Lane Neals, the second baseman, batting second. Cash Fike will bat third. That's the left fielder. Cody Richards is the pitcher. He'll bat fourth. Batting fifth is Seth Green, the catcher. The third baseman, Mason Jacobson, will bat sixth. Batting seventh is Cooper Van Luchen. He's the first baseman. Wyatt Russell is in right field, batting eighth, and rounding out the order is Isaiah Brandhorst in center field. And as I mentioned, Kobe Richards on the bump. I was not able to get the officials' names for this game as they switched out. Lane Mackey and Joe Vassarella no longer with us at the field. Game 4 will come up about 20 minutes after this one finishes up. That will be the Missoula Mavericks taking on the Bitterroot Bucks, or Bozeman Bucks. The Bitterroot Bucks are hosting the A portion of the tournament in Florence. Much thanks to the Bozeman Bucks and the Bitterroot Bucks for taking over hosting for the Mavericks Memorial Tournament, as we are not allowed to play baseball in Missoula County as of yet. But the day is coming, and we will have Mavericks baseball in Missoula, as the A team for the Mavericks is down the Bitterroot. The AA team on the bus on the way here for the Bucks game, and the B squad was in Helena today for the Senators tournament this weekend. We are just moments away from our start. The Chargers would get the win over the Senators in the previous game, 7-3. So our winners in the bracket, or winners so far, the Bozeman Bucks would get the Bandits 13-4 on Friday night. No games on Saturday due to rain. The Senators and the Bandits would butt heads in the first game, and the Senators would get the 5-4 win in a walk-off fashion in the 8th inning. And then the Chargers over the Senators 7-3 in the last game. So we should have some good contests going here for this matchup. And then our nightcap with the Bucks and the Mavericks. That will be an interesting game, as well, as those are two powerhouses within the AA level for Legion Baseball in Montana. It's not Legion Baseball this year, as American Legion has not, or has pulled all sponsorships of baseball for the summer and canceled the regional and the Legion World Series. So the Montana teams, without our Canadian brothers, the Lethbridge and Medicine Hat, will participate in their own league this summer. Excuse me. So we get underway here. Our leadoff batter, Keaton Clark, to start things off. And the first pitch of the game by Kobe Richards is ball one. First pitch is at 5:42. 1-0 on the count. Low pitch. Gives us ball two, 2-0. The Bozeman Bucks doing a great job of hosting here as they are working with the social distancing standards that are set before us, as they have seats spaced out as we go 3-0 on the count. They do have bleachers marked off where you cannot sit. They are sanitizing the stands, and we'll start with a strike there now. 3-1. And this one will tip off to give us a full count at 3-2. Now that the music's done, I can go ahead and crank up that field mic. Bozeman Bucks doing batting practice as this one's fouled away, as they will have the game against the Mavericks coming up after this one. All games are 7 innings long. No game will go more than 2¼ hours unless it is a tie. And there's the walk to start the game for the Chargers. We get Derek Spring now.
Number 12, Derek Spring.
For the Chargers. Chargers are set to be a very competitive team this year at the AA level. Excited to see them come in and see their play, as they have a host of veterans. This one will come in low for a ball. I wouldn't expect to see a lot of regular team baseball, meaning players playing at their normal positions, as coaches with this first part of the season kind of let guys roam and do their thing, as they're trying to fit new players in that have moved up from the A level to the AA level. So if you see somebody in a position you don't normally see them in, well, that's what's going on. Be ball two. But regardless, we are back in play, and I want to say thank you to all of our Montanans out there that did their part during the stay and play, as this one is a hit by pitch, putting runners at first and second for the Chargers. But thanks to all of you Montanans that sheltered in place and listened and followed the rules. The reason why we're playing baseball right now is because every single one of you out there did your part, and we appreciate that. And most importantly, the young men on the field appreciate that part of sheltering in place and following the rules so we could be out here playing baseball. There's a pitch over the plate to Cale Richards for strike one, as Kobe Richards finds the plate. Outside pitch takes us to 1-1. So 4 games tomorrow on the docket. Starting off in the morning at 11. Playing through till 6:30. No championship game this year for the tournament, as we get a swing on a strike and a stolen base. 1-2. No, not a stolen base. Clark just diving back into the bag. So we'll have 4 tomorrow. We're going to go back, and this one's thrown into center field, but Clark will hold at second. Clark playing the game out there at second base, getting in the pitcher's head. the game within the game. That's one of the aspects of baseball I love, is to watch these players once they get on base. Nick Jovetic was one that was just a ton of fun to watch, as this one is a strikeout. Our umpire will give us the phone book tear, and we've got one away.
And the batter's number 33, Andrew Paradise.
Brings us to Andrew Paradise now for the Chargers. Paradise will take a slice for strike one. Bandits looking for their first win of the tournament. This Belgrade Bandits team is one of the top A squads in the state. They're a lot of fun to watch. I've covered them at the state A tournament in the past. Lots of talent there, and that's why they stay competitive here at the AA level. Pitch on the plate, brings up strike two. 0-2, one out. Runners at first and second. Spring at first, Clark at second. We do have news media out here covering. That's awesome. Here's a reach. This one will bounce in front of the second baseman. The throw, slide, and the double play is turned for the Bandits to finish the side. We'll have the bottom of the first right after this on the Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We are in the bottom of the first inning, scoreless between the Great Falls Chargers and the Belgrade Bandits, one of the premier teams at Class A level here in Montana. Warming up on the mound is Hunter Hauk for the Chargers. The Bandits will have Cole Thomas lead off, Lane Neal in the on deck, and Cash Fike in the hole. Bozeman Bucks in the batting cages warming up. We'll see the Mavericks here before too long, doing the same thing. A good crowd out here at Heroes Park, as we have baseball underway, and it's during the week as we were leading up. The Mavericks and the Senators played in Helena on Wednesday night. Leading up to that, I was conversing with some of my associates in the play-by-play arena, and they were extremely jealous of the fact that sports were being played. We didn't have our spring sports season, MHSA calling it off due to the coronavirus, and baseball was supposed to start mid-April, and Ron Edwards and Carl of the Montana-Alberta American Legion Baseball League deciding that they would hold things off, see how things go, and their patience has allowed baseball to happen. So much thanks to all of you out there that did your part in the shelter-in-place phase. We go to phase 2 here very soon, and that'll open things up across the state. Missoula, we're not allowed to play baseball yet, but that's all right. We're here playing baseball. Doesn't matter where we play, as long as we get to play, that's what I say. So we've got Cole Thomas at the plate. ready for his first at-bat of the game. Thomas, very impressive, both on Friday night and this morning. He was able to get on to lead things off, and he'll take a slice for strike one against Hunter Houck. That one's up by the shoulders to even us out at 1 apiece. These Chargers should be a good team at the AA level this year, returning a majority of their players, veterans. Here's a smack down the third base line. It's going to land foul. Gives us strike 2. 1-2 on the count. We won't have the Lethbridge Elks, the Vauxhall Jets, or the Medicine Hat Moose Monarchs as part of our league this year because of the restrictions to cross the border from Canada to Montana. But we will continue play here and still have a state tournament from what I gather. This one's upstairs, 2-2 for Houck. Was talking to one of the Bozeman moms this morning as we were getting things set up, and they have a ton of respect for these Belgrade boys. Here's one that comes sideways off the bat. It'll hop. And for the third game in a row, Cole Thomas will load up.
And the batter's number 19, Lane Neal.
To lead things off. Here's Lane Neal. Neal had some time on the bump on Friday night. And as we get going in the season here, you're going to see a lot of pitch by committee just so that these young men's arms can warm up. This is going to be a bouncer right to the shortstop. Play at second, down the line to first, and the double play is turned for 2 away to clean the bases.
Number 29, Cash Fike.
So we come to Cash Fike. And he'll let the first pitch go by for ball 1. Kobe Richards, the pitcher, in the on-deck circle for the Bandits. Inside for a ball. 2-0. Swung on to get strike 1. It's been a beautiful day today here in Bozeman. A little bit cloudy, well, a lot cloudy waking up this morning, but as the sun came out, things burned off and became a beautiful day. The snow line dropped way down yesterday as Clark keeps this in front of him. 3-1. Wasn't quite at the city level, but it was low on the mountains, just above the interstate line. Here's one hit hard into left center. This is going to have some leg as it rolls to the wall. The throw is made. Gear is grabbed to go to third, and Fike will have a stand-up triple to start his day. Brings us
Box
to
number 23, Kobe Richards.
Kobe Richards. Just saw the Mavericks bus go by. So they are in town. High pitch brings out ball one. I think this is the first time I've seen Kobe Richards this weekend. There's a swing for strike one, 1-1 on the count. So one's hit hard, foul. Takes us 1-2. Bandits with their first threat of the game. At third, Cash Fike. High pitch evens us out at 2 apiece. Here's Hauk. This one's hit high, deep into center field. Paradise puts it in the glove, and that's the side. The Chargers hold off the threat at third, and we stay with Goose Eggs. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Round Carlino Investment Planning Group of D.A. Davison & Company is a proud supporter of Loyola Sacred Heart Athletics. D.A. Davison & Company is your hometown investment team. As certified financial planners, Ray Round and Sidney Carlino create smart strategy of wealth planning and investment management. Take advantage of the largest full-service investment firm in the Northwest and Ray and Sidney's experience. Call 543-8244 today. D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC, the strength of advice.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network in Bozeman, Montana for the 2020 AA Mavericks Memorial Day Tournament. Missoula not allowed to play baseball yet, so the Bozeman Bucks and the Bitterroot Bucks take over the hosting duties so that these young men can still play baseball. So we come to the top of the second, scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Chargers, 5, 6, 7 batters. Tyler Marr, the third baseman, to lead off. It's Kobe Richards on the mound for the Bandits. And Marr will come to the plate.
Starting things off for the Chargers is number 24, Tyler Marr.
So Marr will step up. And he'll take a swing at the first pitch. It's going to bounce past the shortstop into center field. And the Chargers will load a runner up for their first hit of the game. We go to Josie
Next is number 30, Josie Hindereg.
Hindereg. Throw to first. Kobe Richards on the bump for the Bandits. He'll step off for a moment, readjusting. Here's the stretch. And this pitch will tag the batter, putting runners at first and second with no outs for the Chargers. Giving us Cam McNamee. He was the pitcher.
Next is the lefty, number 8, Cam McNamee.
He pitched in the last game. We didn't see him at the plate. High for ball 1 by Richards. And there's the boys in blue, the Mavericks. They're down waiting for their turn at BP. Batting cages here at Heroes Park down the third base line as this one comes on the edge of the plate for strike 1. 1-1. Our plate umpire just a little bit hesitant on his call. Well, not hesitant. He just takes a moment to give us the strike signal. Outside for a ball. 2-1. So we got the Mavericks and the Bucks coming up next after this one finishes up, and then tomorrow morning we get back into it at 11 here at Heroes Park. Ball 3. That we'll start with the Mavericks and the Bandits. 1:30 is the Mavericks and the Chargers for the Bozeman Bucks and the Chargers, and then 6:30 Bucks and Senators. Here's the 3-1. And we'll get a full count. Swung on the first out of the inning will be a swinging strikeout. Taking us to the left fielder.
Up next, number 14, Nate
Nate Redenbaugh. Mavericks spying on the game as this one slides over the plate for strike 1. For Richards, 26 pitches, 14 of them have found the plate, or been called strikes, I should say. Swung on for strike 2. Oh and 2. 1 down. Hinteregger at first and Marr at second. We'll get ball 1 to Redenbaugh. Pitch comes in, evens us out at 2. And there's a strikeout, swinging for out number 2. So after loading up a couple of batters, Richards has struck out the last 2. We get Nate Fowler, bottom of the order now for the Chargers. Off
Ball
the
1
plate.
for the new batter, number 5, Nate Fowler.
Ball 1. Outside pitch, 2-0. Seth Green is our catcher. For the Bandits today. And there's a swing for strike one. Fueled by their win against the Senators, the Chargers have been swinging heavy. 2-1 on the count. And we'll get ball 3. Heroes Park, located at the county fairgrounds, tucked in just off the highway here in Bozeman. And we'll get a full count at 3-2 now. It's a beautiful place for baseball. The M across the valley from us. Snow-capped mountains. Here's one down the first base line, and it's going to be just out of play. Does keep Fowler alive at 3-2. Fowler steps back in. Hinderegger at first, Marr at second. They take their lead. And that'll be strike 3. So after loading up the bases, Richards will strike out the next 3. We stay tied at 0. Bottom of 2 right after this.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We are at the bottom of the second inning. Tied at 0. Scoreless. Goose eggs here to begin the game. For the Chargers, it's Hunter Houck on the bump. The Bandits will see their 5, 6, 7 batters. Seth Green to lead off. Mason Jacobson on deck, and Cooper Van Lucci in the on deck. In the hole. Warming up on the mound, Hunter Houck for the Chargers.
We are heading into the bottom of the second inning. Still no score. A big thank you to all the folks that put this field together. We had a lot of rain blow through Bozeman last night. The mighty tarp was on the field this morning, and I know the Bucks.
So here comes Seth Green to the plate, the catcher for the Bandits, stepping in for his first at-bat of the game.
All right, starting things off for the Bandits will be number 18, Seth Green.
Mavericks down the third base line, huddled up watching the game. First pitch of the inning is a ball. This game going a little bit uncharacteristic of the other games that have happened so far, as this one slides over the plate for a strike. 1-1 on the count. Leading up to this game, all teams were able to earn runs in the first inning, but looks like defense is prevailing for this one. Ball 2. Here's Houck with the stretch and set. Inside, 3-1. And that one will get away from Houck. Fowler will have to pick it up and get it back to his pitcher. That one will catch the plate, and we're full at 3-2. In the on deck, Mason Jacobson, no outs. And a walk to start the inning. So the third baseman will come to the plate. Mason had the nod on Friday night to open up pitching against the Bucks. Check it first. Here's the pitch. This one's hit foul. For strike one.
Please return all the foul balls to the box over by the third base dugout.
Here's the 0-1. And they're going to do a check at first. Trying to hold Seth Green over there. Cooper Van Luchen in the on-deck circle for the Bandits. High pitch, evens us out. Good baseball so far. As to be expected, a heavy rotation on the mound. Managers usually let players go about 50 pitches to start the season, depending on the pitcher, as we go 2-1. Just to let these young men's arms warm up, especially late in the season, late as we are getting started, and players not allowed to have organized practices. I know some of the players have been out individually doing things, but here's a swing to even us out at 2. But it's not the same as getting into a game time situation and throwing that arm. Manager's doing a good job of staying on top of things to make sure that their young men are healthy. And there's 3 to strike out the batter for the first out of the inning.
Number 6, Cooper Van Luchen.
We come to Cooper Van Luchen. Houck with the stretch and set. Checking once again, keeping Seth Green stuck to first. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to go. And Keaton Clark not able to hold on to the ball, so that'll be a straight up stolen base with ball 1. One out, one on for the Bandits, and Keaton Clark's going to go out and check in with his pitcher. Little conference on the mound. Baseball getting away in Montana with our high school kids leading the charge. Professional sports still trying to figure out how they're going to do things, and it's complicated for all three that are currently running, NBA, NHL, and MLB. This one's off the plate. Make it 2-0. Hauk, 29 pitches, 14 have been called strikes. Ball pitch, 3-0. Great Falls manager letting, excuse me, letting his pitcher go to work out of it. These are lessons for these pitchers. They'll be able to look into their books as we get strike one and use days like this to their advantage in the future. Runner goes, swung on, and a stolen base. We'll have a full count at 3-2. So now the Bandits with another threat at third. In the bottom of the first, the Chargers were able to hold off the threat at third by the Bandits. Foul ball. Keeps us at 3-2. Bucks and Mavericks coming up after this. We've got Mavericks in the facility. High pitch gives us a walk, so runners on the corners with one out for the Bandits as we get the number 8 spot batter, Wyatt Russell.
With runners at the corners, in steps number 34, Wyatt Russell.
Here's Russell now, settled in, and Hauk will deliver. Strike one. Sounded like it did get a piece. Wyatt Russell getting a piece of that. Here's Hauk with the stretch and set. Delivers the 0-1. Nope, he's going to go back to first. They're keeping an eye on first base there. Here's the pitch. Bunt showing, and they're going to say strike two. 0-2 on the count. First couple of games going by quickly. This one has settled in. Bouncer out to second. They'll have the throw at second, down the line to first, and an error will advance the runner. Green comes home from third. off the fielder's choice. And they'll call that a straight up hit.
The batter's number 33, Isaiah Brandhorst.
So with the first error of the game, we get Isaiah Brandhorst, the bottom of the order. Two away. And the first pitch comes in as a ball. So for Houck, he's at 38 pitches, 20 of them, and this will bring out the pitching coach for the Chargers as well. To check in with this pitcher.
And another reminder to please return the foul balls.
Quick conference.
Next to the third base.
We'll have more Mavericks baseball this week. More baseball played. The Helena Senators will host the Mavericks on Wednesday. And then the Mavericks go on the road to Billings next weekend. So we go from no baseball to a charged season here. MPSN will have coverage of all Maverick games, and we're working with all the teams to have video and audio at all of the stadiums. This is a pass ball. Advances the runner to third. Two and 0 on the count. So Wyatt Russell stands at third with 2 outs. 2-0 on the count to Brandhorst, top of the order in the on-deck circle. And we'll get some plate action as that's strike one, 2-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Houck. Upstairs, 3-1. And the Mavericks are on their way for a BP. Looks like the Chargers are going to let Houck ride here after the visit. Full count. 3-2. Can't really tell, though, down the third base line, as this one's going to be popped backwards. Clark's going to try to get there, but it'll roll down the screen, and we'll stay at 3-2 off the foul ball. Isaiah Brandhorst at the plate for the Bandits. And he'll be struck out to end the side. Runner left behind. We stay, or the Bandits get one, leave one, and we go to the top of the third. Bandits leading 1-0. Sorry. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City. What?
New York City? The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash, only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of 3, the Bandits lead the Chargers 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Chargers up, top of the order. Keaton Clark to lead off. Derek Spring on deck and Cale Richards in the hole. 1, 2, 3 in the order. It is Kobe Richards on the bump for the Bandits. Here's Clark stepping into the box. And the first pitch in on the inning is a ball. First base coach for the Chargers hustling over. This one will get away from Green. That'll be ball 2, 2-0. Green once again watches it roll. That's 3-0. The Bozeman Bucks doing a great job here of maintaining the new era of standards as this one finds the plate for strike 1. They have bleachers set, marked off for you not to be able to sit in. And that's a walk to put a runner at first for the Chargers, and now the Bandits manager will come out. Johnny Graham to check in with his pitcher. No action in either bullpen. But the Bucks doing a great job here. They are, as I mentioned, they have the bleachers marked off to maintain social distancing. They have people every other inning cleaning down all of the surfaces, the handrails, that kind of stuff. Hand sanitizer stations all over the park, including as soon as you walk into the park, signs encouraging you to sanitize, wash hands.
Derek Spring.
As Derek Spring comes to the plate. Spring hit by a pitch, his first at bat. And that'll get away from Van Lushen. Goes way to the bullpen. Here's Clark around to third before the throw is even made. And the Chargers have their first threat at third. Each team with an error now. And we'll get strike 1 to Derek Spring. Second pitch in, evens us out at 1 apiece. Here's a bouncer down the third base line. It will be fair. It gets past Jacobson, rolls into left field. Clark will come home and score. And the run earned ties us at 1 apiece.
Clark for the first run for the Chargers.
They'll call that one a hit. So the Chargers earn their first run of the game, and Cale Richards comes to the plate. 1 on, no outs. Top of 3. A low pitch. Brings up ball 2. And we'll move to ball 3 now. No action in either bullpen. Richards at 47 pitches. 23 have been over the plate. And our umpire says strike 1. Derek Spring at first. Steps away. Andrew Paradise is in the on-deck circle for the Chargers. Both Spring and Paradise and Richards veterans, as this one comes in to give us a full count at 3-2. Here's a ball down the first base line. It'll be foul, and Russell cannot get there. He tried to ride that one out, and he was there, but just not able to get it in the glove. That's tricky sometimes when you're at full sprint to track that ball down, especially looking west into the sun. And we'll get ball 4. So runners at first and second for the Chargers. Andrew Paradise with a walk to the plate. Looks down the third base line to get his signal. And now steps in. So the Bandits fell to the Bucks 13-4 on Friday night. Outside pitch is a ball. Then this morning they'd take on the Senators, and it would go 8 innings, with the Senators getting the walk-off 5-4 in the 8th. Here's ball 2. And then the Chargers beating the Senators 7-3. So the Chargers and the Bucks are 1-0 as we have the first pitch slid over the plate for strike 1 against Paradise. The Bucks and the Chargers 1-0. The Bandits 0-2, and the Senators are 500 at 1-1. And this one's going to roll. The runners will advance. No throw is made on the air. No outs, 2-1 on the count. So 2-1 on the count. Runners at second and third now for the Chargers, and we'll have ball 3 tossed in. And a full count now, 3-2. Payoff pitch, swung on, fouled off. And we stay full. No outs here in the top of the third. Swung on, and there's the first out on a swinging strikeout.
Stepping into the box is number 24, Tyler Marr.
Tyler Marr now, the third baseman for the Great Falls Chargers. Pitch over the plate is strike one. 60 pitches for Richards. 31 of them have been over the plate. No action in the bullpen yet, so they're going to let him ride it out. Here's a hard hit high down the first base line. It's going to be foul, and it'll come down just shy of the bullpen. 0-2. Kobe Richards with the stretch and set. This one's hit right at the official, up the middle. That'll bring runners around. Spring will earn a run. Richards will earn a run, and the Chargers take the lead.
And the next batter is number 30, Josie Hinderick.
So we get Josie Hinderick now. Didn't have the Chargers run on the board earlier, folks, and I apologize. Josie Hinderegger, as he's going to foul this one off.
Once again, please return the foul ball.
Evens the count at one apiece. Richards looking at first, forces Marr to hop back on the bag. Here's the stretch and set. Off the plate. Ball 2, 2-1. So we've got the Mavericks doing batting practice right now as they get ready to take on the Bozeman Bucks coming up after this game. It was scheduled for 7, but we got a late start to this one as the earlier game ran a little bit long. It went right to that 2 1/4. This one's going to get past the third baseman. Marr will make it to second, and with one out, the Chargers with runners at first and second.
Left-handed hitter number 8, Cam McNamee.
Here's Cam McNamee. Over the plate for strike one. And we're seeing some of the Bozeman Buck fans making their way in to the facility. Swung on for strike 2. 1 out, 2 on. Hinderegger at first, Marr at second. 0-2 on the count. And Richards will strike out his second batter on the inning.
Number 14, Nate Redenbaugh.
That brings us to Nate Redenbaugh. First pitch to Redenbaugh is a ball. Stretch and set by Richards. Over the plate for a strike. even at 1. Chargers taking a 3-1 lead here in the third. All 3 runs here in the third. A foul ball heads towards the fence down the third base line. Gives the lead to Richards on the mound. And Redenbaugh will continue to fight here with 2 away and runners at first and second. Friday night we saw our first home run of the season as the Bucks would put one over the fence in right field. There's a high pitch to even us out at 2 apiece against these Bandits. Games have been fun. The crowds, the fans have been exciting as a strikeout will end the side. 3 earned, 2 left behind, and the Chargers lead 3-1. Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are at the bottom of the third inning. The Great Falls Chargers lead the Belgrade Bandits 3-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and we've got Maverick fans making their way into the building as we get set to go. Mavericks will play the Bucks coming up after this game. About 20 minutes after this game finishes up. It is scheduled for 7:30. It's Hunter Houck on the pitcher's mound for the Chargers. Keaton Clark behind the plate. Top of the order to lead things off. For the Bandits, Cole Thomas at the plate, Lane Neal on deck, and Cash Fike in the hole. Here's Houck with his first pitch of the inning. Up high for ball 1. I was talking to some of the coaches on Friday, and they were talking about expectations. Looks like Chargers have action in their bullpen. This one's going to be beat down the third base line, foul. Evens us out at 1 apiece. But it's the beginning of the season, so pitching expectations, fielding expectations, defense in general. Just getting the guys on the field and letting them play is the big thing. Low pitch makes it 2-1. And that's to be expected. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a lot of the managers will have their pitchers staying at rough pitch counts. Right now, Houck at 47. Bandits action in their bullpen as well. That one's inside, but it is on the plate for strike 2. 2-2 on the count. Clark with the stretch and set. Swung on, and that'll be strike 3 for out number 1.
Number 19, Lane Neal.
So we get Lane Neal now. Down in front. One out, nobody on. And Neal will take this one for a roll. Shortstop is there. Fowler keeps it from going deep. And that will be a single to start things off.
And Lane Neal doesn't waste time hitting on first base.
So one out, one on.
And steps number 29, Cash Fike.
Come to Cash Fike now. Here's the pitch inside. Good job by Clark to keep it in front of him. Ball 1. Hunter Houck with the stretch and set. Both bullpens with action. Runner will go, and Clark not able to hold on to the ball. We'll have ball 2 and a stolen base. And Houck will step off. Time called by the catcher. Hunter Houck, 52 pitches, 28 over the plate. Kobe Richards for the Bandits, 75 pitches. That's probably why we see action in the Bandits bullpen. The young man that was throwing is making his way back to the dugout. Can't see the number on the young man in the Great Falls bullpen. The bullpen down the third base line has a light as this one comes in for ball 3, 3-0. But the post for the light, right in my view. Oh, there we go. Number 4. Runner's going to go. Strike called. Stolen base for Lane Neal. 3-1 on the count. One out. Up high, and the walk will put runners on the corners for the Bandits. Brings us to Kobe Richards, the pitcher.
Next is number 23, Kobe Richards.
See if I can find number 4, Josh Banderop in the bullpen for the Chargers. On the plate for strike 1 to Richards. Richards had a line drive his first at bat. Runner's going to go. High pitch. And Clark not able to make the throw to second, so Fike will have the stolen bases. Stolen base, I should say, not bases. Takes us to 1-1 on the count. So he's going to get up to the shortstop. He'll make the throw to first. It is there on time. 2 away now, but Neal will earn the run from third. And the Bandits inch closer.
Number 18, Seth Green.
Keeps Cash Fike at third. Seth Green comes to the plate. with 2 outs, and he'll punch this one straight up in the air. Hauk says it's his, and he'll glove it up. So 1 earned for the Bandits with 1 left behind, and it's 3-2. Great Falls. Top of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry. Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton at Heroes Park, Bozeman, Montana for the 2020 AA Mavericks Memorial Day Tournament. As baseball is not allowed in Missoula as of yet, so the Bozeman Bucks and the Bitterroot Bucks taking up the hosting privileges here. And we get a change here.
Keaton Carter will be coming in to the game.
Keaton Carter comes in for Wyatt Russell.
And the Bandits have a new pitcher, and that is number 12, Cole Thomas.
Cole Thomas will take over at the pitching position for the Bandits. And at short, Lane Neal. So those are the changes made at the break.
Starting things off, number 5, Nate Fowler.
And Fowler will take a crack at the first pitch for strike 1. Here's a roller down, and they're going to say foul. Trying to see who is in right field now. Not able to see the number out there, so we'll wait for him to come in close and we'll make that change. Fowler 0-2. Cole Thomas moving from the shortstop position. He did pitch a little bit on Friday night. 1-2 on the count. Not much, though. I don't think he pitched more than an inning. Reaching for it. This one's going to bounce. Shortstop picks it up. Throw to first by Neal, and that will beat the runner. Good job by Neal. He's played very well out there in the shortstop position both Friday night and this morning, and he moved over there just now. As we get Keaton Clark, the top of the order for the Chargers. And the first pitch in by Thomas is over the plate. Let's take a look at as we get ball 1-1 on the count. For Kobe Richards, 3 innings pitched, 75 pitches, 42 over the plate, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 8 strikeouts, 4 hits, and 3 walks. (2-1) on the count. And our umpire will say 2. For Keaton Clark, he's been walked both times at the plate. And this will bring it to a full count now at 3-2. Swung on, fouled off. Gives us or we are already at 3-2, so we stay the same. Outside pitch earns Clark his third walk of the game. And with one out, the Chargers will have one on, and we come to Derek Spring.
Number 12, Derek Spring.
Spring settles in. First pitch across the knees. The run is made at second, and the tag for the out. Great job by Seth Green to pick that one up and get it out there. And I believe that'll be ball one. It is. So, on the stolen base, the bases are scrubbed clean, and we have two away. 2-0 on the count. And Spring will foul this one back into himself. Gets a strike one. Thomas now with the pitch. And a check swing foul. We go 2-2. Thomas with the stretch and set. Outside. Full count. 2 outs, empty bases. Chargers looking to add to their run total. And it's a walk.
Designated hitter number 6, Cale Richards.
As we come to Cale Richards, so 1 on, 2 outs for the Chargers. Richards steps up. That one catches the edge of the plate for strike one. A rocket into left center, and it's picked up by Cash Fike, and that's the side. So runners left behind, nothing earned, and we go to the bottom of the fourth, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hey, are you gonna try that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
No way. They don't care what we eat. They serve pizza and bagels, and the owners are in New York City.
What? New York City? That really tans my hide.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the fourth inning, Chargers lead the Bandits 3-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It's a bottom or mid-bottom order. 6, 7, 8 batters. Mason Jacobson to lead off. Cooper Van Lucien in the on deck. And on the mound is Josh Banderob.
And that is number 4, Josh Banderob. And leading things off for the Belgrade Bandits.
And the Bandits will get ready for their half inning to
28, Mason
hit.
Jacobson.
Mason Jacobson. First one to Jacobson is a ball. High pitch, brings up ball 2. So for Mason Jacobson, he was struck out looking his first at bat. Inside pitch, makes it ball 3, 3-0. And a walk to start the inning for the Bandits. That takes us to Cooper Van Lucien. Van Lucien steps in. Runner at first, no outs. Bottom of 4. And this one's hit to the shortstop. Tries to gather it up. The throw to first is there in time. So 1 away. Runner advances to second. Brings up Keaton Carter.
Next up is number 4, Keaton Carter.
Time is called. Keaton Clark. He goes out to speak with his pitcher, Banderob. Mason Jacobson at second for the Bandits. 1 out. Bottom of 4. Banderob with the stretch and set. Delivers. Ball 1. So Keaton Clark's first at bat. Runner's going to go. The batter is tagged. It's a free base.
Number 33, Isaiah Brandhorst.
So we come to Isaiah Brandhorst, bottom of the order for the Bandits. Runners at first and second and 1 out. These Bandit boys battle. And there's a tag to the back. And the loaded bases. And that'll bring the pitching coach out. To check in with his pitcher. As Banderob just came in. Conference on the mound. We've got the Mavericks. They're all warmed up. Some of the players coming over here. Got some of the Maverick parents sitting below me. are set to play. Loaded bases with one out for the Bandits. Cole Thomas singled his first at bat, struck out swinging his last. Here's a bouncer over the third baseman's head. That's going to roll into left field. They'll bring around Carter as well. And 2 runs are earned for the Bandits as they retake the lead.
Number 19, Lane Neal.
So we come to Lane Neal now, with the Bandits leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. And another hit by pitch. For Banderob.
Doesn't surprise me. Bad microwave, I bet he said. That's exactly what he said.
Takes us to Cash Fike now with one out. Loaded bases. Here's a crack into right field. And it's off the wall. That'll bring runners around from third, runner from second, and right on his heels is Neal. And Neal will be tagged out, but 2 runs are earned. So with 2 away, the Bandits take a 6-3 lead. Banderob on the bump. First pitch in is over the plate for a strike. Kobe Richards. Runner's going to go. This one's reached for, picked up by Spring. The throw to first is there, and that's the side. 4 earned, 1 left behind, and it's 6-3 Bandits. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash, only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Heroes Park. It is the 2020 AA Mavericks Memorial Day Tournament, hosted by the Bozeman Bucks because no baseball in Missoula. Leading off for the Chargers is Andrew Paradise. So 4, 5, 6 batters scheduled on the inning. Paradise will hop this one down the third base line. It'll land just foul. Here's the pitch by Cole Thomas. Just off the plate for ball 1, 1-1 on the count. These Bandit boys battle hard. They are very competitive. I've seen them at the A level as this check swing goes foul to make it 1-2. Very impressed with their play, and they've lived up to the billing here against these AA teams. Here's a reach. It's going to get into the glove of the third baseman. Throw to first is low and overthrown. And Paradise will make his way to second.
Next up is number 24, Tyler Marr.
So Tyler Marr. And Tyler Marr will see strike one. Bandits lead 6-3. They had a big fourth inning with 4 runs. As we'll get ball 1, 1-1 on the count. Smack up the gut to the shortstop. Tag at third will have the out, and Marr will reach off the fielder's choice.
Number 30, Josie Hinderick.
We get Josie Hinderick now. First pitch to him is a strike. Swung on. This one's going to take a ride into left field. Richards is there, gloves it up, and that's 2 away.
Number 8, Cam McNamee.
Now Cam McNamee for the Chargers, number 7 batter. Top of 5. And McNamee will watch the first pitch in for strike 1. That one catches the outside of the plate for strike 2, 0-2. And it seems like Cole Thomas is the go-to guy for these Bandits. A roller down the third baseline, or first baseline foul. Keeps us at 0-2. Tyler Marr at first, 2 outs. Here's a bouncer. It's going to be picked up by Thomas. He'll make the throw to first, and the side is retired. 1 left behind, nothing earned, and the Bandits will bat in the bottom of the 5th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We've got the bottom of the 5th inning with the Bandits of Belgrade leading the Great Falls Chargers 6-3. On the mound, it is Josh Banderob. Seth Green to lead off the inning, so 5, 6, 7 batters on the schedule. First pitch of the inning comes in for ball 1. Earlier this morning, against the Senators, the Bandits would have a young man go down. Here's one into the chest to Keaton for ball 2. And it was Gavin Waters with a play at first. He's got a walking boot on over there on the first base line, so glad to see him out. Unfortunate. And here's a tag into the back of Seth Green. A hit by pitch puts the leadoff runner on the inning at first. No action in either bullpen. Banderob, 16 pitches, 5 of them have been called strikes. For the Chargers, as Keaton Clark heads out and discusses things with his pitcher. Banderob leans in, runner at first, no outs. Pitch up high, ball 1. For Jacobson, struck out looking his first at bat and walked his last at bat. Here's a hard hit ball into center field, and Paradise has to come up on it. He'll glove it up. Runner will hold at first, and we have 1 away. Takes us to Cooper Van Luchen, the first baseman. He had the nod on the mound to start things off this morning against the Senators. This one comes in across the belt. Ball 1. Seth Green at first after the HBP. Off the plate, ball 2. Mavericks and Bucks coming up for the nightcap. Was scheduled for 7:30, but the previous game went a little bit long. So we got a later start here at Heroes Park than expected. 1 hour and 38 minutes into the game as this one comes across the chin for 3-0. Here's Banderob. And a walk will put runners at first and second for the Bandits with 1 out. Keaton Carter for the Bandits. This one's hit shallow into right, and it will be just in play. Bandits will hold up the runner at third, and that loads the bases with 1 out. So we come to the bottom of the order, Isaiah Brandenhorst. Good job by Keaton Clark to keep it in front of him for ball 1. The game slowed down just a little bit as we've been working through pitchers. Off the grips, foul. Even at 1. And they're going to say that was hit batter. So that'll earn a run for the Bandits to make it 7-3. Loaded bases with 1 out. As Cole Thomas, top of the order, steps to the plate. And a pitch over the plate will be strike 1. Thomas 2 for 3. Low pitch evens us out at 1 apiece. For Thomas, a single his first at-bat, struck out swinging his second, and a single his last at-bat. Now these Bandits have some wheels. He hits that ball in the right spot. Runners go, bunt showing, and we've got a player in a pickle. They're going to go ahead and bring home Cooper Van Luchen. Runners will advance. And it's now 8-3 Bandits. Strike 2 called on the bunt show. Makes it 8-3. And that pitch is tight for ball 2. 2-2 on the count. Here's the stretch by Bandenrob. And here's a tag to the back to Thomas. Loads the bases back up. And that'll bring out Coach Forster. And we're going to see a pitching change. It looks like Nate Fowler might be pitching. We'll wait and see. Ball handed off, and the pitching change has been made. We'll go ahead and step aside while we warm up a new pitcher. It's 8-3 Bandits, bottom of 5.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
Bastrop Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Bastrop Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Bastrop Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Bastrop Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash, only valid when purchased at the pump or in Bastrop Conoco.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
The Round Carlino Investment Planning Group of D.A. Davison & Company is a proud supporter of Loyola Sacred Heart Athletics. D.A. Davison & Company is your hometown investment team. As certified financial planners, Ray Round and Sidney Carlino create smart strategy of wealth planning and investment management. Take advantage of the largest full-service investment firm in the Northwest and Ray and Sidney's experience. Call 543-8244 today. D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC, the strength of advice.
Welcome back to MPSN with a pitching change. Andrew Paradise moves to the mound. Banderab goes to second, Fowler to short, and Derek Spring into center field. So Andrew Paradise is the boy on the bump now. Let's take a look at Banderob's pitching. 1 1/3 innings, 30 pitches, 9 of them called strikes, 6 runs, all earned, no strikeouts, 3 hits, and 2 walks. As Lane Neal
On the mound for the Chargers, and that's number 33, Andrew Paradise.
will come to the plate with loaded bases and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Bandits lead 8-3. And Paradise delivering a strike to Neal. Neal, 1 for 2, was hit by a pitch his last at bat. Up high, evens us out at 1 apiece. And I was talking in the game before this one about Colin Cowherd's comment about the designated hitter in the professional league. Here's a bunt laid down in the dirt. That ball died when it hit the dirt. Clark was right there, but they're going to call that foul. And we'll go 1 and 2. But here at this level, I like seeing the pitchers hit, and Andrew Paradise is one of those guys that can throw hard from the mound and hit long. Outside, evens us up at 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2. And that'll be strike 3. So 2 away now here in the bottom of the 5th. Takes us to Cash Fike with loaded bases. Fike with an 0-1. Tripled his first at bat. Doubled in his third at bat. Walked in the middle there. As this will bring up ball 1, 1-1 on the count. Those of you that are tuning in for the Mavericks game, well, that'll be coming up here as soon as this one finishes up. A swing for strike 2. Catch everybody up. The Bandits would fall to the Senators in game 1 this morning, 5-4 in the 8th inning on a walk-off fashion. Then the Chargers would take the Senators as this one's punched high over second base. Coming in with the glove is Spring, and that'll finish the side. 2 earned, 3 left behind, and we go to the top of the 6th. 8-3 Bandits. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Round Carlino Investment Planning Group of D.A. Davison & Company is a proud supporter of Loyola Sacred Heart Athletics. D.A. Davison & Company is your hometown investment team. As certified financial planners, Ray Round and Sidney Carlino create smart strategy of wealth planning and investment management. Take advantage of the largest full-service investment firm in the Northwest and Ray and Sidney's experience. Call 543-8244 today. D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC, the strength of advice.
Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton at Heroes Park in Bozeman, Montana. The Belgrade Bandits leading the Great Falls Chargers 8-3. Cole Thomas on the bump for the Bandits. For the Chargers, they'll have the bottom of the order, 8-9 batters. Nate Redenbaugh, Due Up, and Nate Fowler in the on-deck circle to get things going here for the Chargers. For those of you that are tuning in for the Mavericks game at 7:30 against the Bucks, well, we're going to finish this one out and then get going on that game. We had the last game go a little bit long, and then this game has stretched out as this one comes inside for a ball. Want to send a shout out to the golden voice of Mavericks baseball, Paul Yarbrough, who is watching in hashtag #OurTownIsSuperior. Inside pitch for a ball. Two and 0. Ball catches the plate for strike one. 2-1 on the count. Here's one rocketed into right field, and Fike will be there for the out. One away. So the tournament goes, all games are 7 innings. No game will go more than 2¼ hours unless it's tied. Here's a foul ball by Nate Fowler for strike one. This one will dribble down the third baseline foul and will be 0-2 on the count. For the Chargers, they earned their 3 runs in the 3rd inning. The Bandits, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, and 2 in the bottom of the 5th. So this is going to be rolled out to Neal. Neal will have the throw to first, and a good stretch by Van Luchin will get the out. 2 away. Lane Neal has played lights out over there at shortstop. Has come up with quite a few plays here. I see as this one's popped by Keaton Clark high into center field. Brandhorst is there, and it's 1-2-3 for the Chargers. Bottom of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash, only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It's Heroes Park in Bozeman, Montana, where the game 3 of 4 on the day is underway. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The Belgrade Bandits leading the Great Falls Chargers 8-3 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Next game is the Mavericks and the Bucks, the nightcap. They are patiently waiting in the wings. Both teams have had batting practice. They're suited and booted, ready to play. On the mound for the Chargers is Andrew Paradise. It's the 4, 5, 6 batters for the Bandits as Kobe Richards, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Kobe had the nod to start the game on the mound. Since then, we've seen a few pitching changes.
Starting things off is number 23, Kobe Richards.
So here's Richards as Paradise will deliver the first pitch of the inning. This one is off the knees of Clark for ball 1. Tomorrow, full day of baseball, as we'll have the Missoula Mavericks start things off against the Belgrade Bandits. Here's one hit hard down the first base line. It'll be foul. And then the Mavericks will have the Chargers at 1:30. 4 o'clock will be the Bozeman Bucks and the Great Falls Chargers, as this one's fouled back for strike 2. And then to cap the tournament off, it'll be the Bozeman Bucks and the Helena Senators. No championship game this weekend, as we had no baseball yesterday. There was a lot of rain that came down. The snow level came real close to being here in town. Another foul ball. Keeps us at 1-2. It was wet, and they worked hard. I stopped by the stadium last night, and they were working to get water off the field last night. And then this morning, the Bucks were here early, pulled that big, massive tarp off the field, as we'll have a strikeout swinging for the first out of the inning. Bucks here early this morning getting things ready. They put a lot of product on the field in order to get it dried up. Coach Schultz out there leading the way on the four-wheeler Dragon. And we got underway. I think we were a whole 3 minutes behind when we started today. So hats off to the Bozeman Bucks for getting this field ready for play today, especially after all the rain we had. Pitch over the plate to Seth Green. Will be strike 1. But that's just kind of the way May baseball goes, as we're outside for ball 1. Swung on. This one's hit late, goes into the bullpen down the third base line, and the foul ball will get us at 1-2. There's been a few of these tournaments that the Mavericks have hosted, as this one comes in tight for ball 2, 2-2, where we've had to play with the rain, and we've had umpires slow us down with continuing to play, even though we should have had a tarp put on the field. I won't mention any names, but those of you listening that know our veteran umpires in town know exactly who I'm talking about. A couple years ago, we had a tournament in Missoula, and it started to rain pretty hard, and the umpires had us continue to play, even though both coaches wanted players off the field, and while it was too late, there was so much moisture, the Mavericks were not able to get the tarp on the field. Here's one hit into right field, and Hindegar is there for the out. 2 away. Here's the pitch by Paradise, and that one's going to tag Mason Jacobson.
And Mason Jacobson gets hit by pitch. That's
And we'll have a runner on at first for the Bandits, who lead 8-3 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Swung on to the third baseman. Marr picks it up. The throw to first is there, and that's the side. So one left behind, nothing earned, and we go to the top of the 7th, where it is all or nothing for the Chargers. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we come to the
Starting things off, number 12, Derek
top of the 7th. Top of the order for the Chargers, Derek Spring at the plate. It is Cole Thomas on the bump. Chargers looking to rally here. Down 5 runs. Comes in tight for ball 2, 2-0 on the count. Cole Thomas, 42 pitches, 27 of them have been called strikes. And this one gets a high ride into left field. Kobe Richards is there, and there's one away. Takes us to Cale Richards. And Richards, actually, it'll be Fox Weymouth.
Number 4, number 7, Fox Weymouth.
Way outside for ball 1 for Cole Thomas. So Weymouth, his first at-bat. He played in the first game against the Senators. Had a good game in the field. I believe he played in right field. Comes back inside for ball 2. 2-0, 1 out, nobody on, top of 7. A roller out to second, throw to first, and that's 2 away. We go to Andrew Paradise now.
Number 33, Andrew Paradise.
The game held in the hands of Paradise. And he'll swing on the first pitch. Out to short. Neal with the throw, and that. Oh, he's going to reach off the error. Let's see if they call that an error. And they will. So we get Tyler Marr now with 2 out and 1 on for the Chargers. And Marr will find the hole, rolls it up into left field, and runners at first and second. And that's a hit for the Chargers. Takes us to Josie Hindegaard. And And that'll be over the plate for strike one. Cole Thomas, 49 pitches, 32 of them have been called strikes. And a tag batter. We'll put runners, we'll load the bases for the Chargers, and we get Cam McNamee. Inside pitch, ball gets away, runner's going to come home. It's paradise as all runners advance, and that'll bring Johnny Graham out of the dugout to talk to his pitcher. And it's now 8-4. Conference on the mound. We've got the Bucks hosting the Mavericks in the next game to finish off the night. We expect that to start fairly soon. So McNamee will step back in. Meeting adjourned. And a foul ball will get us at 1-1. This one will be bounced out. They're going to say foul ball. Takes us to 1-2. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Hinderegger at second and Tyler Marr at third. This one is over the head of Neal. That'll bring runners around. Marr scores. Hinderegger is on his way home, and that's 2 more runs earned for the Chargers. And that will be 8-6 Chargers, or 8-6 Bandits. Runner's going to go, we'll throw to second, and the tag for the out, and that is game.
And there's your ball game. Nice little 2-out rally, got things pretty exciting there.
So, the Bandits get the win.
Final score, Chargers 6.
8-6. We'll have Mavericks and Bucks coming up next. Right here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Go ahead and refill your water, pop some popcorn, because it's going to be a good one, folks. We'll be back with more baseball action.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports. MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness. Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.